Hi YouTube, welcome back to Wtf Rc Cars. So today we've got something new at the minute that's only compatible with the Paladin EV, and this is a pressure sensing module. So this is the FS IBP01. It's Ibus 2, and this can be used to measure the pressure of, say, your hydraulic system on your excavators or other machinery and relay it back to the Paladin 18 EV. So let's bring in for a close-up look, see what we get in box, and see if we can connect it up on the current firmware, see how it behaves. So, as with most of the Ibus 2 sensors and everything, comes in this nice clear package. I do really like these. One, because they just look a bit more premium, and two, because they come in really handy for keeping RC stuff in when you're not using it for your sensor or your receiver. So if we just pop this open, we get some instructions, we get some cool stickers. We like stickers, stick them on everything. We get the instructions telling us how to set it up and how to use it. I'll quickly cover some specs in here. There's not an awful lot on this. Basically, you've just got your Ibus 2 sensor. So this is your actual sensor itself. It's all sealed and pretty much waterproof. 3.5 to 9 volt. And we've got the threaded connection, so we can just pipe this into our hydraulic system or whatever you want to read pressure of, and just plug that into your receiver, and it'll relay the actual information back to the transmitter itself. So if we look through, it gives us an accuracy of 0.1 bar, measurement range 0 to 10 MPa, so it's PPX4 waterproof rating, weighs 16.5 grams, does tell you to use some Teflon tape when you're making the connection to it, which goes without saying, if you're connecting hydraulics up to it you would anyway. Humidity range 20% to 95%, and temperature range 20 degrees minus 20 to 85 degrees. Select the appropriate connector, M5 or M8 according to the actual application. I'm not sure why it says M5 or M8, because unless you're screwing it onto the inside of it, it is threaded on inside. So maybe you can go internal or external on threads. So yeah, not an awful lot to list on the specs. Let's quickly put that lot to one side. So we're going to need an enhanced receiver for this one. I'm just going to use the INR 4GYB. I'm going to set this onto, what shall we go for? Go for Newport B. I will swap that one to Ibus. Then I'm not going to have a ESC or anything connected to it, so I'll just power it up from any of the ports so we can get that in bind mode. All I'm interested in is the receiver and it actually showing up the Ibus 2 device. So let's get something to stand our transmitter on, get the receiver into bind mode. You'll see the sensor that I've just fixed into the top of a cycle pump, just so it's going to let me show you what it reads. So basically, we're going to need to go into RX setup, bind setup. You could choose routine, or you can choose one with digital switches. Depends what you want your setup to work with. But if we press bind, you'll see the light stops flashing. Then we've got to come to our custom port protocol, go into primary, Newport B, all the way down to Ibus 2, and you'll see this makes the light on the sensor go solid. Then if we come out of that, we can come down to as Ibus 2 settings. You can reset and calibrate your hydraulic sensor should you need to. Then if we go to as sensors, we can come here, scroll all the way to the bottom. You can see we've got a sensor. If you want to display it on main screen, you can come in here, go to your sensors, scroll down, select hydraulic, and then that'll put it on main screen here. And then if I try and get some pressure going into this, which is going to be easier said than done getting this pump to seal on it, but let's try. So although it's leaking, you can see it does actually read. So yeah, it's a nice way of getting the actual pressure of your hydraulic system, and a nice way of keeping an eye on it. It's a very tidy little unit, this. So not very big, about roughly the same size as the top of the actual dials on your PL18 EV. So yeah, pretty easy to set up, pretty easy to use, and yeah, it does the trick. It measures pressure as it should do. So let's wrap this one up. So there we have it, the FS IBP01 pressure sensor for the Paladin 18 EV. That's the only one it's currently that supports the hydraulic pressure sensor. Whether they're going to add some new stuff on firmware updates to other transmitters, I'm not sure. Really, the Paladin 18 EV is the only one that it currently kind of makes sense. I don't think you're going to be using the other transmitters with anything where you're going to be wanting to measure hydraulic pressure. It's really just the Paladin that you're going to probably have the likes of excavators and heavy equipment that are actually hydraulic. So it does make a lot of sense for it to be introduced on that transmitter first. But yeah, if I can find one, I'll link in the description below. But yeah, quite a nice little sensor, quite functional. And when I get time and I upgrade the radio in my current excavator, I'll probably look to fitting this in and getting it connected up on PL18 EV. But thanks a lot for watching Wtf Rc Cars. Hopefully you find this useful, entertaining, or just like listening to my incessant ramblings. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, share to friends and family, and catch you guys again in the next one.